Yes, you wanted to approach Mr. Crispin?
Yes, ma'am. The last time I'm here, you said I could do the other programs enrolling in them, and that would satisfy, everything as well. So, I have one step in California that's an inpatient,
Okay, here's the thing. Take California out of your mind,
and I don't know, because you don't have.
because you're not going to California until I get proof that you were in the military.
Well, and what if I can't get the proof?
Then you're not going to California.
So you were saying something about the essay recovery here.
Yeah, you have to do an outpatient here.
No, inpatient.
Well, it doesn't allow me to work or bring any kind of income in.
No, you have to do inpatient if you want to do essay recovery here. It would be so simple for you to get your military documents.
I guess as you're making it to the simplest road, I just don't understand why last time you said it was okay to do it that way, and now you're taking it back, requiring this information.
What I don't understand is why can you not get your military records? What I don't understand is why is Veterans Treatment Court telling me that they have no proof that you were ever in the military? I don't understand this. I don't understand why you're telling me your military paperwork has burned, so therefore there's no, on this planet Earth, nobody has any military documents for you that you were ever in the military. What I'm telling you is, what you're telling me is similar to if my bar card burns to the ground and I can't prove that I'm an attorney. You're telling me there is no government agency
There's
that would have proof that you were in the military.
thousands of troops that can't get their information, can't get
All
benefits.
right.
That
So-
person never went to the VA, person never wanted benefits
Mhm.
or anything like that. Because the way they treat the troops and everything like that, I had my own money.
Okay, so
And I
I
worked
want
hard
you to, I want you to hear me because I'm internalizing what you're saying. This is what I want you to hear me. You are not going to California until you provide me proof that you've been into the military. And you are to provide them by Friday, your medical documentation that you are on oxygen.
That's fine.
And the reason why is because some days you're walking up the stairs, you have no oxygen with you.
But
Then
one
other
time
days,
I ran out
you
of
don't.
oxygen.
So that's where we are.
One time, and I ran out last time, because I ran out of
Okay.
oxygen.
All right.
Kinks only was so much.
So you give me that information, then the court will make a decision on whether or not you can go to California. And I will explain it to you clearly. You want to go to California, you're telling me you have all of these resources there. Not because you say you're in the military, but everybody else is telling me you were never in the military.
Then you're telling me that's thousands of troops that can't find their information either and get benefits.
I don't have
Okay.
thousands of troops before me. I just have you.
Or is it, yes, it's an inherent problem. And no, I haven't been
So-
looking for it.
That's where we are.
I just don't understand why you're putting a contingency on that.
Well, I mean, I've told you, I can't tell you anything else. So that's where we are.
So Judge, we omitted conditions for 90 sober support meetings in 90 days and for him to provide medical documentation for the oxygen and so forth by this coming Friday.
Mhm.
We have a reset warrant for this Friday.
Yes,
He's coming back here to court
yes,
to provide the DD 214 and the medical documentation. Is that
Yes.
correct? Okay, what would you like, just so that I'm clear
Mhm.
in regards to his in or outpatient treatment? that's
Inpatient
supposed to start here? Okay, and we want to wait until after Friday for that inpatient treatment to begin.
yes.
Okay.
I guess I'll see you Friday. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. All right, court is calling 2023 CR 9224W, State of Texas versus Joshua Panuaga. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state
Brittany Mitchell for the state.
defense?
Derek DeWalt, I represent Mr. Peniagua.
And are you Joshua Panuaga? Okay, I think I'm missing the acknowledgement of discovery.
Oh, you know what? I did not do
I verbally
Sorry,
put it
go
on the record and sign it in a minute.
it.
All right, counsel, have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
In my opinion, I have received all of it, and yes, Your Honor, we reviewed it.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Panuaga, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver of indictment. reading of information and rights under Article 1.051 and 26.03 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand you have a right to have this case heard before a grand jury, and the grand jury can make a determination on whether there's enough information to indict and hold you over for trial? Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that your attorney has certain rights, namely 2 days from the presentation of the information and 10 days from the presentation of the information to prepare for trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived indictment, reading of information and rights under Article 1.051 and 26.03 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. Showing you the information, did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, you waiving the reading of the information?
I am, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the information as presented?
We are, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with injury to a child, bodily injury intentionally or knowingly? That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he is currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
My opinion, he is and he was.
Mr. Panawaga, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain agreement. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 4 years in the prison. There are no applications. It will run concurrent with 2023 CR 3067W. State will take in consideration County Court Cause number 715-914, 715-915, night mag number 727-486. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea? State, is that the plea?
Yes.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counselor, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged in the information, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Yes.
State any evidence.
Your Honor, we offer state's exhibit number 1 and all attachments.
We've had an opportunity to go over that in its entirety. No objections.
Showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence state's exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentence?
We are, Your Honor.
All right, the court will find you guilty, sentence you to 4 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This will run concurrent with 2023 CR 3067W. Take in consideration County Court Cause number 715-914, 715-915, night mag number 727-486. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing under that cause number?
No, Your Honor.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification, a defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, and also because there's an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
We're going to proceed in cause number 2023 CR 3067. I'm showing you what's entitled motion to revoke community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same Joshua Panawago who was placed on community supervision in cause number 2023 CR 3067 for the offense of burglary of a habitation with intent to commit assault on June 20th, 2023 for a term of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. On or about the 27th day of August, 2023 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Joshua Paniagua committed the offense of possession of controlled substance, PG1, in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
And Your Honor, we'll waive the remaining at this.
Any objections?
None, Your Honor.
And we do have an agreed recommendation for the court. to
All right.
consider.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 5 years in prison?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
It is to revocation and to reform the underlying to 4 years to run concurrent.
All right. All right, why should I do that? Because I've just seen photos of injuries in the other case. Not only did you hit a child, but you hit your mom. And you really deserved more than 4 years in that case. So why should I reduce your sentence from 5 years to 4? You're on probation and all you did was pick up a new offense and frighten your family members.
I have nothing to say, Your Honor. All I can say is that, in my defense, I just signed because I know that there's no evidence to defend the accusations against me. My mother is an alcoholic. She's abused me all my life. She attacked me while I had my child in my hand, which is when I attacked her back. My grandma tried to take the child out of my hand and they fell on the ground. And all I can say is I'm sorry.
Oh, what, you want a jury trial in that other case?
No, man.
All right.
I'm just gonna take it.
So the court is going to sentence you to 5 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served, affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact. And this will run concurrent with, I'm sorry, what was that clause number again?
2023.
Mhm.
CR 9, 224W.
All right, this will run concurrent with 2023 CR 9224W. I'm going to show you what's entitled trial court certification of defendants' rights to appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you do have a limited right to appeal, and that right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on community supervision. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a felony conviction and an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you're going to have to do better. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we excuse?
Yes.
Hello.
All right, the court is calling 2023 CR 7272, State of Texas versus Lisa Pryor. Can our parties announce for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Dan Kramer from Ms. Pryor.
And are you Ms. Pryor?
Yes, I am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Pryor, did you review the document entitled Application for Community Supervision or Deferred Adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Judge.
Did you understand you're charged with tampering with a government license, or seal, that's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine.
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Judge,
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
she does.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do.
Ms. Pryor, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, I am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived a right to jury trial. According to the plea, there's a $500 fine and the state recommends deferred. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
State,
Yes, Your Honor.
defense?
Yes, Judge.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, I did.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, I did.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
There's not.
State is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation and 200 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
State offer states exhibit 1 in all attachments.
No objection.
Showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same.
Yes.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Who was the name of the person you were with?
Valentine is the middle name. He's here in Bear County Detention Center.
All right. Do you have any children?
Yes, I do.
How many?
I have 3. 2 are grown and 1 is 13 living with my mother.
And Judge, what Ms. Pryor did want me to ask, and I did discuss this with the state, if you might be willing to consider probating her fine. She is currently unemployed and is seeking mental health disability with the government. I asked her if she would want you to help her with any services from probation on that score. She said that would be great, would probably actually help her with her disability request as well.
Okay. So when's the last time you had employment?
I was let go on December 2nd, 2022.
All right. From what? Doing what?
So I ran the office administrator and an HR for a lawn care company insurance.
Okay. And if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Probably will not pass.
All right. So what drugs have you been using?
I thought it was cocaine, but it was not.
What do you mean it was not cocaine? What was it?
Methamphetamines.
So how often are you using?
I really just did the once. Like,
How old are you?
I'm 41.
Why are you trying cocaine / meth once and you have a
I
child
have a
that's
lot.
13?
I really do. So I just looking for some sort of release. It was a stupid mistake and I have a lot going. I have a lot going on.
What is going on?
So my husband just got sentenced to TDC, so he's in TDC. He got a 6-year sentence. And he has been bench warranted to Bandera County. And they tried to hit him this morning with 25 years.
Okay, I'm sorry, you need to speak up.
They tried to hit him this morning with 25 years.
Okay.
So I just emotionally,
All right, so that's one thing. You have a husband who's going away to prison and maybe getting 25 years. What's the next issue?
this one.
That's it?
This one, she said.
This one. Yeah.
Oh, and this what's happening now?
What's happening now and my son going to college. I mean, that was the best thing for him at the time. I do agree. And it's still a struggle, especially since I just had him this past week because he was on fall break. It just reminded me like how much I missed him and needed to get my stuff.
So your answer to that was to use cocaine / maybe meth.
No, that was before. I mean, I did it before I got him.
No, but I mean, you said you're going to be dirty today. So when's the last time you
Oh,
used?
no, I said maybe because I don't know, like.
So
how long
when's the
I
last
stayed
time you
consistent and
used?
stuff.
When did you last use it?
The Friday, last Friday, not 3 days ago, but the week before that.
And who do you stay with?
Myself and I have a roommate right now.
Who's the roommate?
His name is John.
How do you know?
When my husband was arrested, I put an ad on roommates.com. And he's lived at my house since April. I was about to have my house foreclosed on and he pulled me out of that.
All right. And what's the mental health issue?
I have major depression, severe anxiety, and PTSD.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. $500 fine that will be probated. 3 years deferred adjudication. 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to ask for parenting classes. Once she completes the parenting classes, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors, and that includes your son, and cannot be the adult that's supervising.
Understood.
There's to be regular reporting, regular random UAs. I'm going to want a TAP evaluation. All of the recommendations. I want a referral to felony drug court. Proof of employment or SSI within 45 days. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month until she's in a treatment program. Going to want 90 meetings, sober meetings in 90 days. Probation, is there anything else she needs?
No, Your Honor.
Is there anything else you need? I'm sorry, a MIC evaluation. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, I don't think so.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court today. Here's the thing. You have a son that's hoping that their mother will get their act together. So maybe you can come to graduations and all of that. But if you have no plans on getting your act together, don't be the person who breezes in and out of their life, selling them false promises and then breaking every one of them. Because guess what? When you do that to child, then they're going to have issues. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And do not go to your mother's house acting as though your rules apply. You understand?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
All right. Good luck to you.
She's in Dallas anyway.
Okay, awesome.
Thank
Is
you,
Child
Judge.
Protective Services involved or no?
No.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes. All right. Are there any other files we have?
No, ma'am. I give you all the ones I have.
We have no more files, people. Look at this Monday moving like a boss.
Jason's not even here.
Yeah. Yeah. See, now you're going to disappoint mom. See how I threw that in? I said moving like a boss.